Good afternoon, everyone. It's David Schlotthauer here in the home weather office with another detailed U.S. weather forecast. In this update, we are going to be looking at severe weather chances really increasing by day 3 and 4 across the high plains with tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. And then some record heat is possible across the Midwest and the Deep South through the middle and the end of June, where temperatures could reach 105 plus degrees. Now, if you're new to the channel and you really like these detailed weather updates, please consider subscribing if you're new, hitting the like button, and sharing this video with your family and friends on social media. So to start off this video, we are looking at the latest European model for Wednesday afternoon here, June the 7th, 2023. And we're going to be looking for more showers and more thunderstorms, and some of these storms, folks, could be severe, capable of producing large hail, strong winds, and yes, maybe a tornado or two with some of the more isolated, more intense storms. But it's really going to be day 3 that we really have our eyeball on. So let's go forward here through tomorrow, and you can see there is a trough of low pressure back here towards the northeast, bringing smoke from the north into the northeast here, bringing down temperatures too, thanks to that smoke and cloud cover. But look at this, back towards the west and the northern Rockies, that's where you have thunderstorms that will continue to be a concern with some maybe dry lightning, some gusty winds with those storms. And then going all the way into Friday here is when we are really going to increase the thunderstorm chances into the central high plains, the northern high plains, across Montana, Wyoming, as well as Idaho. So keep that in mind. If you're doing anything outdoors, just be aware, watch the sky, because, yep, there's going to be some blue skies in the morning, and you might wonder, man, it's going to be a nice day. Let's go hiking. Not to be stormy in the afternoon. So just keep that in mind if you're doing anything outdoors. Watch the skies. Definitely some thunderstorms. And then for Saturday, this is when the more interesting weather happens. More like, say, early Saturday morning, early afternoon. We do have an area to watch here over Oklahoma, northern Texas, where we do have severe weather to talk about, more organized, like in the way we might see some 2-inch hailstones, we might see some 65 plus mile-an-hour wind gusts, and yes, we might see tornadoes too out of this. Since this is a really moist environment, we have low LCLs, we have more instability to work with. So yeah, definitely Saturday could be the day to really watch for severe weather. And yes, we could be talking about a significant severe weather event possible unfold here into northern Texas and Oklahoma. Also, showers and thunderstorms up here across the northern central portion of the U.S., including for Montana. And by the time we go into Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, that system goes into the Ozarks as well as the southeast, bringing enhancement of showers and thunderstorms. May see a slight risk of severe weather here in later outlooks, something that we don't typically see very often in mid-June, but it does happen in certain times like this one. So we can see showers and thunderstorms here in the southeast, like Georgia, the Carolinas, and then that spins off into the northeast by the time we go all the way into, say, Monday. Look at how organized this is. A little bit of a curlicue here to the system. Cold front there. We got a surface low up there in northern Michigan. So a very interesting system to look forward to, and that continues all the way through Tuesday, through Wednesday, and Thursday. So let's take a look now at our lightning density forecast. This is showing us how much lightning strikes could happen within an hour or so. So we can see going forward, more showers, more thunderstorms. You can see how these storms pop up each and every day. We're going to go all the way into Friday, all the way into Saturday. This is when it really gets organized. We have a few banding type features here, some supercell development here, also multi-cells capable of producing, again, large hail, strong winds, and tornadoes, and of course, a ton of lightning. A lot of lightning, and that's going to really be the concern. On top of that, look at the instability. We have a lot of energy to work with here for Saturday afternoon. So any of these storms that do develop could be quite severe and probably significant. A lot of lightning here for Saturday. Going all the way into, say, Sunday, we can see more storms really pop up here. Look at this. Some outflow boundaries. There's an outflow boundary here. There may be another one over here. So a lot of outflow boundary type activity here associated with that upper level disturbance into the deep south and the southeast. That's for Sunday. And then for Monday, same deal, but maybe lesser thunderstorm activity across the central plains. But look at this. For Texas, we got more showers and thunderstorm chances existing. Therefore, the Storm Prediction Center has issued a 15% risk for severe weather. As you can see here, no surprise by that. Again, what we just highlighted on the European model, a lot of activity here developing by Saturday. And again, this is valid for Saturday morning through Sunday morning from central Oklahoma into central northern Texas. And again, this is a 15% risk for severe weather. This does include the chances for a possible, I'm not going to say likely, but a possible severe weather event that could be significant, including significant hail and significant wind. And when I say significant, that's 2+ inch hail. That is significant, and 65, 75 plus mile-an-hour winds, and maybe a isolated tornado or two in this region, especially along the dry line. If we get any supercellular development, we could see tornadoes out of this. So just keep that in mind with a slight risk for severe weather on day 4. So let's now take a look at our temperature forecast. Yeah, it's gonna get very hot. It's definitely big warm-up is coming across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, where we could see record high temperatures possible. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty concerning, okay? A big heat wave is coming for the deep south. And also, this marks a huge weather pattern change, too. So let's go forward here. This is for this afternoon. Temperatures in the 80s, maybe some 90s across the Midwest and the northern plains. Let's go all the way into Thursday, where temperatures are going to really warm up down here across Georgia, Alabama, as well as Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Texas. Temperatures might get into the upper 90s. It's really warm for Thursday. All right, but it's only going to get warmer from here. Let's go forward all the way to, say, Friday. Look at this. Austin, Texas, maybe 105 plus degrees. Very, very hot. I have family that lives down there, and they're here visiting in California, being glad they're getting away from the excessive hot temperatures. Yeah, I mean, they could be in Austin right now where it's going to be 105 plus. But here they are in California where it's much cooler. So, yeah, you know who you are, right? I'm glad you're here visiting because, yeah, it's pretty hot down there across Texas, and it's going to remain that way. Look at this. Across Austin, Abilene, Texas, even Lubbock, Texas, 100 plus degrees, maybe even some upper 90s, low 100s in Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. My goodness, this is where all the heat is going to be developing by this weekend. I guess it's good in a way because up here to the north, you've had too much hot weather. You're going to get a break finally, but still some mid to upper 70s to say the least. Going forward, though, yeah, look at this. 105, 109 degrees in western Texas. Ooh, it's hot. That is absolutely fire hot. And then look at this. By the time we go into Monday, day 5, still very hot. 110 degrees. Are you kidding me? Really warm there, and then might even get up to 112 degrees in portions of western and central Texas for Tuesday, June the 13th, 2023, and it still gets hotter, maybe 115 degrees here. Very dangerous. Absolutely, you cannot be outside at all in that, and that's day 8 and day 9. I mean, just could see some daily records, maybe even some monthly records broken there, and it stays hot there all the way through Thursday, all the way even through Friday. I mean, gonna really stick around for a while. So now, let's take a look at those temperature anomalies, because, yeah, there's a pattern change coming, a big one, okay? It's cooler than average across Texas right now. Voila, right? You're enjoying it, and it's warm across the northern tier of the United States. The pattern's changing. Let's fast forward this, and you can see By the end of by days 7 and 8, yeah, look at this. Above average temperatures are expected. Below average still for the Four Corners for California. Still above normal up here across the northern tier. But this is where a lot of the heat is going to be focusing eventually towards the end of the forecast period here for the deep south, really warming up with temperatures 5 to 15 degrees above normal. And again, we could see some daily records here in Texas and also for Oklahoma. So if you're sensitive to the heat, make sure you drink plenty of water, stay in the shade if you're working outside, or if you are not working outside, limit your outdoor activities to the early morning hours, say before 8 or 9 in the morning. Because once we get past noon, it's when temperatures are over 100 degrees, and heat is just as dangerous as cold Arctic blasts. They can kill people, and you get heat stroke, heat-related illnesses, so please take this seriously, folks, unless you're jumping in a pool or swimming in a nice cool lake where you're able to cool your body off, because heat exhaustion, heat-related problems are nothing to mess with at all right? Because temperatures down here will be in the 80s, 90s, especially well over 100 degrees. Therefore, the Climate Prediction Center has issued a moderate risk for excessive heat between June the 15th and June the 19th. It is down here. You guys can't miss it here. It's highlighted here on their map. A moderate risk for excessive heat, dangerous heat that is anticipated. A slight risk for excessive heat for June the 15th through the 21st, the first day of summer here, can have a slight risk for some very hot weather across the Midwest, like Missouri into central Illinois, central Iowa, all the way into Georgia, northern Florida. So again, if you're under one of these risks, please drink plenty of water, limit outdoor activities to the morning hours, or stay in the shade if you are working outside. If you're like a road worker, please limit outdoor activities if you can, because this heat, again, is very dangerous. So now, as far as your air mass forecast goes, this is a look and another look at what the weather is doing right above our heads. And when you see these orange and red colors, that indicates higher than normal heights in the atmosphere. That means our air mass is warmer. There's more sinking in the atmosphere. When you get these troughs, though, these blue colors, this indicates below average heights, and usually the air mass is cooler than average. That transports down to the surface. You get below average temperatures. Not always, but most of the time, 95%, it's going to happen. So we can see how the pattern is going to change, right? We have this trough across California. We have another trough here, keeping the deep south under control with temperatures. But look at this. The pattern's going to change. By the time we go to day 5, day 6, day 7, look at this ridge pattern going to be developing across the deep south. Okay, you can see large-scale ridging filtrating across the Four Corners into Texas, Oklahoma, the deep south, and the southeast, and that's going to lead to these anomalously warm temperatures. Yeah, summer heat is in full swing for Texas. Hence the name Texas toast, right? Have you heard of Texas toast? Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. So make sure you guys take this heat seriously. That's all I ask. Because at the end of the day, I am saving people's lives with these kind of weather events. But you can only do that if you share this video with your family and friends on social media. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you don't know who I am a weather enthusiast here that does weather forecasts on a daily basis on the tropics, on the U.S., and even on winter weather when it comes to be wintertime. All right, so please consider subscribing if you're new, hitting the like button, and sharing this video with their family and friends on social media. And I'll be back with you tomorrow with another update on the weather.